Welcome, everyone. We're here with Carmen, and we are talking about going to be at the Mid America Hypnosis Conference in Chicago, October 17th, 18th, and 19th. It is a conference that you're going to want to be at because there's going to be so many amazing presenters, so many amazing events and functions and connecting opportunities. And we have Carmen here who's speaking about identity architecture. And I'm very curious, Carmen, what is that and what are you going to be presenting about?
That's a good question. Thank you, Rebecca, for having me. Identity is not your name, not your title, not your driver's license, not your passport, none of that. That's a part of your identity, what helps you being identified in paperwork, right? And in society. But
Yeah.
identity is who you are and
Mhm.
what moves through you. So who you are today is not the same you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So who you are as a mother is not the same of who you were not being a mother.
Very true.
Who you are today, it's not who you were in high school.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So identity, we need to begin to embrace and inhabit our identity because we become whole when we do that. It's wholesome, right?
Yeah.
And architecture it's all about how to do that, not just do it. I
Right.
tell you what to do, but I actually teach you how to do it.
Oh, I love that. When I think architecture, I think of someone creating a house, like architecting a house.
Yes. Yes.
And so,
Excellent.
like, our
Yes.
bodies are like the house, and we can create and design it however we want, really.
Correct. So identity architecture comes from this system, Fearfulness.
I like
Fearfulness,
that.
it's a big book. Fearfulness, it's a system I developed, and it's been taking me about 12 years to get it into this third edition big book. The book is needed, but that's not all there is. It is a system that is a meta-conscious therapeutic design.
Mm.
Yeah. So through this, eventually, um, I'll get clients and practitioner to inhabit their identity and become what's needed to become whole. For clients, they're going to become whole. They're going to resolve a lot of things and shed all of the layers they don't need. And through this process, they're also going to do shadow work without doing shadow work. Shadow work,
Mm.
it's hard to do.
Yeah.
So through fearfulness, that's going to be accomplished without going through the heaviness of it.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
But the
Because
practitioner, go ahead.
I would say, because very often the person who has all those shadows they don't even want to touch, I've heard it time and time again. They're like, "Oh, I'd rather just not do it because I don't want to uncover what's I've already buried so deep inside."
I'm going to come back to that.
Mhm.
I'm going to come back to that.
Okay.
So now the practitioners,
Yeah.
well, let me say, before I do that, let me say this. Fearfulness metaconscious therapeutic design, it's the evolution. What it's the missing is the missing system in today's therapeutic intervention.
I
It's
love
not
it.
replacing anything. It
Okay.
is it is a system, it's a meta system that you can implement any other system in it, but we need to go to meta conscious. What is there before?
Yeah.
Psychology was not there before meta psychology,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So psychology wasn't there before depth psychology. Okay,
Mm.
it just wasn't. So we need to go to meta, right? To
Yeah.
what was there before. So then what the so you take every practitioner is going to take their specialty and the way they do things. Like you're going to take your Milton model and all of the other good things that you've studied so hard for,
Yeah.
and you're going to plug that into the fearfulnesses components, the system,
Mm.
right? Any way you wish to do that. And why practitioners need that? They do, all of them. Most practitioners became healer from being a wounded healers.
Yes.
Okay.
Always.
Well, okay,
I don't know any who aren't.
98% of the time.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So what happens in that, you unconsciously project your shadows onto others, and then you, of course, you project your shadows onto the client, and you might pick up on the shadow that you project that the client needs to work on, which is not the case always, right?
Mm.
And then in that state of not being healed, you will also absorb the client's shadows and the client's wound. There's transference, right?
Yeah.
So, and then it's gonna add more wounds to you. And then it's in on top of that, all of being not so lightweight working to heal people. It's not always lightweight. It is highly rewarding, but it's not lightweight, right?
Yeah, I love that. I,
Okay.
I'm very curious um, about this. Like when I'm thinking about it and your system that you've created, and then it's what sounds like it's really great is that you've got the system where everyone can take their filters of their learnings or their niche or whatever they do, and they can just plug those filters in, and then the system will still run, and it's just going to run a lot more smoother or in a whole different way.
Correct. See, now we have a new system called Android. How many apps and how many features do we have on the Android system?
Oh, a lot.
Those apps and features cannot exist without the Android system.
Right.
Well, there's other system. I'm just going to say with Android, for example,
Yeah.
the Windows. Everybody who knows Windows and things are just happening there. It's like that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, but there is an underlining a system.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you in on Friday's presentation, I'm going to. All right, let me see how do I word this right now. So fearfulness, I coined the term fearfulness. It's not in a dictionary just yet. The spelling hasn't learned to catch up to the word because I made it up.
I love
And why did I make up the term?
it.
You see, like feel
Yeah.
fullness, right? Mindfulness.
Right.
So mindfulness, many years ago, is mindfulness. Yeah, let's do mindfulness. Become aware, observe your thoughts, observe your feeling, and don't judge. That's mindfulness.
Yeah.
Easy to say, but it takes practice. It's not easy to do, so you have to practice to do it. And I kept hearing all of the big names and the guru said, this is how you have to feel it. You have to feel it. If you want so and so, you have to feel it. And for the longest time, I go, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you have to feel it. And after a while, I realized, and I was saying that because I knew how to feel it,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
after a while, I realized, hey, you just tell us what to do, but you don't show us how. At that point, Rebecca, I got insulted.
So many people do that. So many people will do that.
But I got insulted, and it's like, what do you mean? You are just these big people. Everybody looks up to you.
Yeah.
To learn from you. Mindfulness, everybody needs to get into the mindfulness. Don't tell them to do something you cannot show them how.
Right.
Right? To me,
Yeah.
that's not right. So it insulted my knowledge and my intelligence. So I was already doing group work with fearfulness, and just the amazing results are just amazing. But before that, a large part of fearfulness is something that I went through. That's a lot of journeying, right? So
Yeah.
journeying is a big part of fearfulness, or learning how to feel. Feel a feeling by choice.
And for some people, that's very hard to do.
Well, they don't even know what they feel.
Exactly.
Okay. But it's not, I mean, how do you do it? Right? How do you choose? I want to feel powerful, but my stomach, I'm nauseated and I'm really falling like I'm going to fall to the ground.
Hmm.
Right? So I will show you how. And after time, well, I want to feel confident, but I have so much on my shoulders. So many people have made me small. I don't know how to feel confident, right?
Yeah.
There is a way to feel that on command. You learn, you practice something to achieve that. Because eventually, what you get to is to generate a state of being.
Oh, I love this.
Yes. So, how do you do that? Well, there's metacognition, the thought behind the thought, and attention allocating your attentional resources. Okay, so
Okay.
now I need to specify that attention, focus, concentration, observation, 4 different things. And once you learn about it, it's like, oh wow, no, nobody told me. Well, I know nobody told you. And and then when I teach you how to allocate your attentional resources, you don't have to concentrate hard.
Right.
Your focus will become clearer and your observation will become more detached. And when you detach your observation, it's like, oh, you have 360 degrees.
Mm.
And then doesn't matter how tired you're going to be, doesn't matter how nauseated you're going to be or whatever, because my people just have, especially now with so much information, the mind just goes so many directions, you cannot even catch a thought.
Oh, it's so true.
So after you learn, you go through these exercises, which are simple but significant. Then everything you begin to observe better, you allocate your attention differently,
Hmm.
and you allocate your attention on things, positive things like doing to children, right? And on things that you want to have, and things that you want to acquire, and things on who you want to become. Who do you want to be?
Oh, I love this.
Yes. And this is where we're going with this, right?
Yeah.
So after that, we add meta emotion, the emotion behind the emotion and the feeling behind the feeling. Oftentimes, a feeling gets generated from an emotion, and an emotion gets generated by a thought. So what we're doing in fearfulness, we take a thought, we take a feeling, and we practice.
Right.
Intentionally feel those words,
Yeah. Yeah.
words that I'm going to give you, because these words are not haphazard. These are neuro language that is carefully crafted. One word speaks to an experience.
Mm.
Capable.
Oh, this is good. And this is what you're going to be speaking about at the conference.
Oh yes, yes. And I'm gonna take you through a small exercise. I'm gonna have to condense my presentation. I'm gonna provide the handout so people can read more about it. But and I'll provide a metacognitive exercise with identity Milton into it, right? So once you learn how to feel that, through and why is this significant? Well, nowadays we have so much information. Neuroscience has bringing us so much information. I'm fascinated by it. I started receiving so many emails in my inbox, and I started reading, and I started research and research and research. It is fascinating to learn what happens at the neurochemical level in all the different parts of the brain. Uh,
Yeah.
Everybody, you have so many to talk about the amygdala. Well, there's a bit more happening besides the amygdala.
Yeah.
Amygdala, it's emotional tagging, right? But
Yep.
hippocampus, is the storage of the memory, the storage of the events,
Okay.
right? So in addition to that, I'm going to keep it simple. In addition to that, we have like the limbic system. It's about, let me see, kind of like this, looks kind of like this inside the brain. Then we have basal ganglia that sits on top of it. It kind of covers it. It covers, it's made of many parts of the limbic system. So in the basal ganglia, everything begins to, the auto habits are stored, the emotional tagging, the hippocampus, all of the memory, all of the events, all of the meta conscious meta model that we're experiencing. And the cognitive reinforcement. So the more you do something, the more you practice something, right there registers in the hippocampus as an experience and re-experience, and then goes into the basal ganglia, quickly comes out. But also all of that goes into the default mode network. Well, what is the default mode network? That is the seat of the identity, right there in the brain.
Interesting.
And that is actually in five different points that the neuroscience identifies so far. So we access that often throughout the day. But now I teach you how to access that and how to register neurochemically in there directly to re-architect your identity to come back to those pillars. You're
This
talking
is now
about.
making sense. This is good.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it, and there's a lot of big words that some people may not understand. Although, when you can simplify it for the layman person to really understand what's happening, it's powerful.
It is powerful indeed, because identity, if a therapeutic intervention hasn't arrived at the self as defined by Carl Jung, it hasn't arrived at identity to reconstructing identity, that therapeutic intervention is not complete. More intervention is needed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what I was going to this. So there's the pillars, right? So every identity, everybody, humans, puppy dogs, kitty cats, elephants, they all have identity, and there is a basic platform that identity stands on. Like the house has a pillar, but it has a base. The base sits on something. You have to have a base before you put the pillars, right?
Yeah.
So the very base of that neural language: capable, certain, curious.
I like it.
One word takes you into an experience, and already you and most other kind of went fractions of the nanosecond experiences of whether you are or not capable, whether you are or not certain, whether you are or not curious. And this goes either way. But when we put these three together and we go through this metacognitive, I have you allocate your attention in a specific way, and we practice, and then I guide you to feel this very simple way, like what do you mean? I'm going to feel? I'm not certain. I'm just learning from you. I'm not certain. Yes, you are. You have 5 fingers. I'm going to ask you how many fingers you have. Oh, that's certain. Yeah, that's certain. This is how you're gonna be certain right now in this exercise. Because what happens, Rebecca? You learn to find the feeling of certain again. You learn to find a feeling of capable, to find a feeling of curious, because you are capable of being certain, and you are certain of being capable of being curious, and you are curious how you can be more capable, and you are certainly capable of curiosity. You see how many things you get? 3 words: neural language.
Yeah.
And this neural language goes straight to the identity.
Oh, I love this.
It's not reframed. Well, it reframes, but it's not reframed. So when this happens, people begin to re-architect who they are. Yeah. When people come to us, to heal or to therapists, to feel better because they want to improve something, they want to feel better, right? It's about the feeling.
Yeah.
Right? And this feeling has a lot to do with what has happened or what needs to happen.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if somebody comes to us in an executive function that wants to make something better in the future, or somebody comes to us that wants to make something better and heal. Everything that has to do with what's missing in this identity. People that were bullied have pieces missing of their identity from those pillars, from this base.
Right.
They are not capable of something. They are not certain of something. They're certain that they're not good enough. That's not it. Good enough, it's outside of your identity. We're going to take that out.
Right.
They're going to think, well, I'm smaller than other. That doesn't exist. Go back and study Carl Jung. He gave us the answers. We're not practicing them.
Yeah.
Nobody's better than anybody.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. It's just sometimes I'm enjoying unconsciously not being better, but being as same. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it feels, they feel it, right?
Yes.
Because it's, if you as a person behave yourself and transmit and transfer that you are better than others, then there's pieces of your identity that need to be re-architected.
Yeah, it's very true. Because if you are talking to somebody on a human to human level, it doesn't matter if you're the richest person in the world or you're the poorest person in the world. When you're talking human to human and you're connecting through the heart, then everything else doesn't matter. Everyone's on the same page. We're all human in the end. We're human beings.
Correct. Contribution. We all contribute something. Mine is not better than yours. Yours is not better than mine.
No.
My ball is not bigger than yours, and your ball is not bigger than mine, and their ball is not bigger than my ball.
And sometimes it's like looking at the balls, be like, get that curiosity. Why is your ball bigger? What's in it that's making it bigger? Like then it's like taking that identity away from that and bringing it back to the curiosity, where it's like, okay, how can I make my ball bigger, or whatever it is?
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody's
better than you. There is no better than. It's just people forgot to, even therapists forgot to remind people of that, because I don't know how much Carl Jung gets practice in today's therapy. And he gave us all the answers, right?
He gave us a lot.
But a little bit about Carl Jung is that Carl Jung brought the self into the therapeutic world, right? And that's made of many pieces. It's made of the persona, the roles and the mask, your personalities and the roles you play, right? Your mother, you're a worker, you're a driver, you're a friend, you're a neighbor, all of these roles. But that's not who you are.
Right.
These are the states of being you generate, and these are your roles. And then there are the shadows, the things you don't like about yourself, and all of the hurts that they're sitting there and it's just heavy, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the anima animus. You have to involve the spiritual aspect of who we are, because we are all spirits inhabiting a body.
Yes.
But science doesn't like using this because they cannot measure it.
Right.
Yeah, but now they can.
They're getting more technology every day. I think it was I heard this study, it was about Deepak Chopra. Mm-hmm. And he discovered something within the human body or the cell or whatever it is. And he's like, we can't even study it yet because we don't have the technology for another 50 years. So it's like he was already uncovering things that he knew that we couldn't even study yet, because we as a human species are not advanced enough to know, but he knows that that it's there.
Yes. But there's plenty of research that through the brain waves and through the fMRI, because fMRI shows you where brain lights up. People that went into meditation, you see that the brain waves that they generate, right? But then people that had a spiritual experience, the brain changes.
Yes.
That's science. So now we have the science, and we can incorporate that. So we have to incorporate the anima and the animus, the soul aspect. So that makes up the self. But now we need to talk about identity, right? Mm-hmm. Who are you? I mean, that's individual. You have to individuate. But many people don't want to. Just like you said earlier. Well, I don't want to work on that. I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
It's okay with fearfulness.
Right.
Because in what you say, in the words you use, I know what's missing. And as I keep going with you, I'm going to find out what's missing, and then also how much. And this word triangles, the neural language, they function as both diagnostic and prescription. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is just getting more and more fascinating.
It is fascinating. And this ended up to be a system. I didn't start up with it to be a system.
Right.
I started up with it as a thought feeling practice and as something I experienced. I was like, oh my God, you people have to experience it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was already doing group work and continue to have this experience, a lot of journaling, but a lot of metacognition as to come in it. And then all of my other trainings and then put it together. And eventually I had to put this together. But what I did first to get fearfulness out, I did this trilogy: creating is at self, at work, and at relationships.
Mm.
And what I did, this is creating is at self. Is the first book that came out in 2014. I plugged in the thought feeling practices in it
Mm.
and the neuro words. 5 laws, 5 neuro words.
I love this.
And this is what everybody wants. Everybody wants that. Only that these words are a little bit too simple. I've heard about it. Well, okay, but are you doing it?
It's so true. So
Yeah.
true.
So the group work and then these books, when I saw people's enhancement and their feedback and the relationship just all of a sudden get better, personal and at work. And Rebecca, relationships are the hardest things we do in life.
They are.
Yeah.
And we have many relationships with many
Yes.
different kinds of people too.
Correct. So then fearfulness does all that. But then the practitioner, every practitioner needs this. This needs to be incorporated in all of the therapeutic methodologies. Like if you think of it, there's so many psychotherapies that include mindfulness-based stress reduction. We need to up level from mindfulness to fearfulness.
Yeah.
And now, I said earlier, a lot of therapists are wounded healers.
Right.
Fearfulness teaches you how not to project. Many therapists are empaths, what's known as empaths.
Yeah.
That's actually an aspect of the wounded healer. Carl Jung termed that as a co-feeler, co-experiencer.
And which is not good when you're trying to help someone else heal.
Correct. It drains you.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It drains you. So then you learn through fearfulness, you learn how to assist and not do the work for the client, and also not transfer your shadows to your client, and also not absorb client's shadow into you. So when we go through the fearfulness training, that the first and the second level, meta condition, meta emotion, there's a lot of journeying that happens.
Mm.
And we journey through the thought, through the emotion, and then through the souls. It is so much healing. The most wonderful healing happens through this. It doesn't exist more wonderful than that. It doesn't, because it works at identity and it reconstructs you. And then shadow work happens all by accident.
Right. Because it has to. Because once you shine your light brighter, the shadows get darker and they come to surface.
Correct. Yeah. And when you as a therapist, when you heal all of your wounds, but you have to heal them, all of the layers of the onion has to come off, and they come off and they come off and they come off. And then you have the capacity to just look at them and say, well, that's an experience. It's almost like you see something on TV and it's like, well, it's not yours.
Yes. So I love that.
You get to the point to which you had an experience in the past that before you were thinking about it and you would put a little bit of, right? Now you go, oh, it's not in my past anymore. It's just something there.
Yeah, that happened. Now what?
Yes. Now I know who I am. And I have my metacognition to not go there with my thought. So I won't create emotion. So this metacognition, meta-emotion, now I have a thought and a feeling to feel what I need to feel in this moment.
That's powerful.
It is, Rebecca. It's so powerful. Everybody needs to get into this.
Yeah. So when it comes to the conference, and I know you're speaking at 3:00 on the Friday, this is a lot. So obviously you're not going to go over all of this because you could literally talk with us for days, I'm sure. So what are you going to do for the conference? Are you just going to give a little bit of a synopsis and then take everyone through an experience?
Yes, I'm gonna explain why we do what we do, what
Yeah.
identity is, why we do what we do, and then I'm gonna walk you through an experience to have you. Everybody expects a story. Well, this is not
Yeah.
something I created because something that has happened to me. No, I always knew who I was. This,
Right.
right? And I must have been chosen for me to do this, right? So I'm going to take people through their own story,
Mm.
but metacognition and plugging into the identity, the very basis and the pillars of identity, and reconstruct that. And it's going to be a small exercise. And this is going to happen on Friday at 3 p.m. right here in the schedule. Only 9 days. Oh my God, it's only 9 days. So
So
if you go
excited.
here on hypnosisconference.org and schedule, you get here to click on my name, and then you see my page here.
Yeah.
And you'll be reminded it's going to happen on Friday, October 17 at 3 p.m. You will find a room, and it's going to tell you a little bit about this neuroscience. I'm probably going to touch up no more than 2 minutes. Identity, the blueprint of identity, and what is neuroscience that meets metaconscious design. And I explained that to you already. And
Hmm.
then you can learn a little bit more about me over here. So, people, you need to come see it. And also, first, you need to get here, hypnosisconference.org, and get your all pass ticket,
Yes.
whether it's first level or second level, whatever you want to pay and experience, go for it. You're going to have access to all 3 days, any which level you have, but then with the second and third level, you have some additional cherry on top of what you got from the prior level.
And tickets are running low at this point because we're only 9 days away. So,
You're
um,
right. They are running low, so you got to
yeah,
get your tickets. Is Rich was saying the other day there was only 25 seats left, and this
yeah,
is how many days ago. So we probably down to like 5 seats anymore. So
yeah,
people, you gotta hurry up because you have to come and see, and you have to come and see Rebecca's Milton model. She's gonna Milton you to the floor, yeah, and you're gonna come and see my presentation because I'm going to re-architect your identity.
yeah. And there's gonna be lots of fun things that are happening as well.
Oh my God, there's so many fun things. There's so many fun things. Where is that
Let's talk about some of the fun things because those are the fun things. This is what I love about these conferences is it's the networking and it's the community and it's the
Yes,
connections and the friendships that come out of it. And
yes.
doing these fun things really help create those bonds in a stronger way. Like I have some really good friends that I've met in the last few conferences I've gone to because you just connect in a whole different way.
You are correct. You are correct. And other conferences don't include this much fun.
No,
And this is the oldest hypnosis conference in the USA.
which is crazy. I know Rich, because he took it over this year.
Uh-huh.
He's one of those guys that's go big or go bigger.
Yes. Yes, and
And
he
so
is
he's
going
gone
big.
bigger with this one. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we have on nothing on the Thursday night if you're coming in Thursday? Because that's just like everyone getting there if you're getting there because the conference
Yes.
starts Friday.
Yeah.
And then there's
On
actually some stuff even happening in the mornings. I don't know
Yeah,
if
we have
you
pre and
saw
post
that.
conferences, but on Friday we start earlier.
I
Um,
think there's like a yoga or something or a meditation even Friday, like in the mornings, there's things happening too.
that I am not aware of, but let me check. We open the registration at 7:30.
Okay, on the Friday it's registration open.
Yeah, so come and you get to meet other people at 7:30. I'm gonna have a vendor exhibitor booth, so other people are gonna set up their booths, and everybody's welcome. Come over at 7:30 and get your swag bag. And so this, you're gonna get a lot of goodies in that bag. But right here, Friday night we're going to have a Hypno Friends Feud game.
Were you there last year?
Oh yeah, this is fun.
It was fun. It was fun last year.
This is fun.
It's a
Then,
great laugh.
oh my God, it can be a little naughty over there.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then we're going to have the red carpet gala and Rich Gotzi's comedy hypnosis show. Oh my God, every penny
Yeah.
every penny is worth.
Yeah. And then finish off with dancing the night away after that.
Oh yes, and then on Sunday we're gonna have a pool party. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? This never happened before. I mean, you have galas and but no, come on, hypno friends for you, and no, this is the conference to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's also going to be the VIP room.
Yes,
And
we're going to have a VIP, so everybody gets to, let me see, what is that?
if you're in the VIP room, you're getting, it's a whole different suite. I was talking to Rich the other day because I'm
Yeah.
part of his elite program.
Uh-huh.
And so he was telling us it's a whole, because I'm like, what is this VIP room? Like, what does it consist of? So it's going to be a whole different room where people who have the VIP tickets, you get to network and connect just in a different setting. I think when Richard Bandler and Chase Hughes do come, they may pop into the VIP room, so you could be able to have one-on-one conversations with either one of them in the VIP room.
There
I
you
think
go.
there might even be some snacks and stuff.
Yes, there are going to be some snacks, some coffee, some drinks, and I'm also recommending don't drink too much if you're a presenter.
No, exactly.
Keep it
But,
down. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Plus, he's also doing the lunches. So
Yes,
it's $25 for the day or $60 for all 3 lunches, and then it's everybody together. You don't have to leave the hotel.
I
You
love that.
won't be late for the next presentation that's right after lunch. Like, you can be there right on time, and
Yeah.
that's where the fun and the magic happens, is when you're connecting with other people.
Correct. And just having this buffet lunch together, it gives you more. And the lunch is an hour and a half, so you don't have to hurry. You eat, you have an opportunity to digest the food.
Yeah.
And then mingle and talk to other people as because you're gonna have time, and then also reunite with old friends, because this is almost like a high school reunion, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yes.
there's going to be like lots of things in that swag bag. They're doing a whole, it's like a 20-page booklet that's going to have your schedule. It has a map, which is really awesome. It's going to have a map, so you can never get lost. You can just, and the hotel really isn't that big, so you can't really get
It's
lost.
not.
But it's got a map of where all the different rooms are. It's
Yeah.
got some fun games that are going to be happening even in the booklet for each person. So there's a lot happening.
That's a password in the booklet. It's almost like a password that if they get, whomever gets the most amount of stamps in their password, then they will get some really good prizes.
Yeah. And then there's going to be the raffle. And then, of course, Rich on the Sunday is doing the big raffle, and there's going to be some huge prizes he's given away for that. So
yes, and the vendors and the presenter, they're also offering their I'm going to offer a bunch of prizes too. So even at my vendor table, I'm going to have some gifts. So come on over, chit chat a little bit. It's impossible to miss me. My banner is going to have these colors. It's gonna have this word fearfulness on it, and also the other word that's gonna be on it is evolution, because this is evolution.
I love it. I love it.
All right. So this was great. Thank you, Rebecca, and I look forward to seeing you.
Yes, thank you, Carmen. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, well, we met last year.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
There's just so many people.
Yes, there are. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to meeting you again in 9 days. So